I am live. Okay. So I just had to change over because I'm not sure what was happening with my Streamlabs. I was going to do things a little differently and it wasn't working so well. Um, so yeah, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am the Crypto Crow. I'm going to be talking a lot about Cardano today and probably forever. And you're going to find out exactly why at 3 p.m. when my video from last night drops. And it may very well just change you forever because at this point, if there ever was such a thing as the Church of Cardano, I for sure am trying to vie for Pope because there's just so much stuff going on and it really doesn't have anything to do with price action or price predictions or any of that, but just the actual, you'll understand when you watch the video. So when you see that today, yeah, watch it to the end because it's not even a long video. Doesn't need to be long. It speaks for itself. So anyway, I'm going to touch base on a couple things and then we're going to get into some of the news that's going on. First and foremost, I guess we should do it this way. I'm not sure. What do you guys prefer? I'm not sure what, full screen this way. Okay. It doesn't really matter, I guess. All right. So check out murderofcrows.io if you are so inclined. Will Solana be bigger than Cardano? That's hilarious. Not even close. Not even close. There's only so far you can pump a shit blockchain with venture capital money and marketing. But that's my opinion. So anyway, murderofcrows.io. Also, and you can mint up to 10 of these things, and they're still available for mint. I can't remember when the cutoff is, but there is a cutoff. I think it's actually in 2024. So there's not necessarily a big rush or anything if you're trying to mint all of them, but people are still grabbing them. I still see them popping up. I love to see them. Supports me and pretty much everything I do. There's stuff coming at some point in the future with Cornucopias when the things kick off that I'm waiting for. So anyway, check that out. Also, I have made this available in my Ko-Fi. Now, basically, this is my spreadsheet. It's labeled as Cardano ecosystem metrics, but it also has everything related to other projects. And let me see, I'm going to hide this so that I can actually see. So these are all the different projects that Supoman has come out with, and basically talking about their 10x potential, 50x. You can see Supoman's prediction, 10x, 50x, all of this. And what I've done is I've applied all of my metrics to all of Supoman's picks. And you know, originally my plan was to do individual videos on these, but nobody really gives a shit about these individual videos. They only care about the clickbait titles and all of that. So I'm not even going to bother with that. I might do some compilation videos that kind of share my perspectives and my metrics on all of these. You can see what the final scores come out to be. Some of them are actually pretty good. I mean, you know, Supoman is known for making some big predictions long before they happen, and there's a lot of quality to what he says. Some people think I'm picking on him. I'm not picking on him at all. I'm inspired by Supoman to look at a lot of these projects, which is why I'm doing it. But there'll be some compilation videos at some point, but I'm not doing the individualized stuff because quite frankly, you don't care and I don't care either. But I made them available on my Ko-Fi. I've only got 46 followers on Ko-Fi. I don't understand, but I've added this as basically you can download, you can get access to it for free. You can donate if you want. You don't have to. It's just another thing I've made available for free, as well as my Crypto Decoded magazine. So if you go to the shop, you can see these links. And of course, you can get the Crow Your Coins theme song. I actually paid for the full rights to that song so that people can download it and do what they want. So you've got 3 different offerings here. This Crypto Decoded magazine, I spent a lot of damn time on, and it's freaking amazing. And it really is something you should grab and send to everyone you know. It really is just, I'm quite proud of it. And I even showed in here how I bought that 2021, I think it was a 2021 or 22 Escalade for $4,000. And you're going to think, what? That's insane. That it was like $130,000. How do you guys think I bought that for $4,000? Let's just say it has something with buying at the bottom and selling at the top. All right. And that's in detail in that magazine. Check it out. It's worthwhile. I'm telling you, and you guys know me, I'm not about the bullshit. So anyway, this is coming up. Cryptos Are Us at Karate Combat IFC kickoff party Thursday, December 14th. This is at the Gold Spike in Las Vegas, Nevada. Get your tickets. I'm going to be there. Everybody that's fighting on this big card is going to be there. And this is all in a lead in to Henderson versus Pettis rematch, the first rematch ever. It's going to be happening on December 15th. So we're all going to be there. It's going to be awesome. I'm so looking forward to this. I love George. I really do. I love my George. I don't know what it is about him. I don't know if it's kind of his low key, very straight up kind of way. I love George, man. Cryptos are us, man. We are George. But he's been putting all this stuff together, the Karate Combat, even the IFC event. He's been working it out with Karate Combat. I just think it's going to be a great time, and I'm so looking forward to it. Now, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so that you guys can see it a little easier. Man, I really got to go full blown on this. So what you're going to see here is I'm still fine tuning my trading system and what I'm doing. And I'm learning so much day by day. And it's a really big deal for what's going on, because what I'm learning is to break up my trade weeks or my trading periods by day of the week, and looking at them zoomed out on an hourly candle to basically start my projection for what I feel is happening, what I feel is coming. Personally, I feel like we may start getting a significant rally to the upside towards 40 grand. That's what I'm thinking. Just based off of this setup over this past week, it's kind of a dump and pump. And starting off on Monday, which starts the week for trading, we basically set the pattern for what is likely to come. And we started a dump specifically so that Asia could come in and start pumping it into the US market. So it started to pump in Asia, continued through the UK, and then continued significantly into the US time zones. And then Asia came back around, and then they started to push it down. But why are they pushing it down? If you look at the grand scheme of things, it looks like everything is being primed to consolidate liquidity before what I think may very well be a big pump. Some people might be looking to short, but I'm still not 100% on that. But there's a lot more consolidation down here in these lower ranks than there are up here. I think the price could push through here and get up and start working towards 40,000 in the near future. And then from there, you can break down the price action. So based off of what you think the overall sentiment is, are we in if you look here, we're breaking the trend. We've already broken the trend for the most part. It's been kind of hanging out. And I think ultimately we're going to see, but let's see if we were we're still touching on it. Right. And everything is kind of saying it's a little bearish right now, which means maybe we can come down a little bit lower, but ultimately, I think it's going to do well. Also, Crypto Chef, man, he's been doing a hell of a job. He helps me with booking my paid segments and things now, and has for a while. He's the one who basically gathers all this information for me. He's such a help, and he's been, Fair Desk being my trade sponsor. He signed up, and he's such a big supporter. One of these days, we're going to do something special for him, but he's been killing it in trades, and he basically shares his trades and what he's doing in the Crow Tokens group on Telegram. And he just had one last night at he did 149%. I'm like, dude, teach me. You are rocking it. So he's just such a big supporter, and he's really growing on me as an individual, and as just like somebody who's just so loyal. And I just wanted to give him a shout out, because I really do. Sometimes I don't always acknowledge things individually, but I do notice what he's doing, and I really do appreciate him. People like him do stuff because they just want to be a part of something they believe in. He's a big believer in Cardano, and he's a big believer in me, and it really does mean a lot. And I appreciate all of his effort. This is going to be a big bull market for him. I'm quite confident in that. Let's dive into a little bit of news here, because there's a lot of stuff going on. An analyst predicts 8,800% ascent to a $35 Cardano, a $35 Cardano price prediction, folks. This sounds insane, right? Like, you're thinking, Crow, you never said it was going to go up to more than $8. And, while I still think that that's likely going to be the outcome, somewhere between, $6.50, $8, you got to aim higher than that. And you know what? I will also say this, and I want to make myself full screen for this, because I really want you to see my face when I say it. Yes, I do have shorts on. This is my knee. Okay, don't get excited. But the thing is that I have been saying, you know, I think we're likely going to hit somewhere between $6 and $8, maybe potentially as high as 10 sometime in 2025 around the peak of the market. But I'm telling you guys this right now. After watching Charles Hoskinson's whiteboard breakdown of midnight, that may very well change for me. I think we could do better. I'm telling you guys right now, and beyond that, beyond 2025, I think as the market starts to spill. Now, I'm not saying I'm holding through, okay? But what I am saying is there are so many crypto projects out there trying to be number one, trying to take out the rest. And I truly believe in my heart, you guys are going to know at 3:00 today when you watch this video, I think it's only like 10 or 11 minutes, you're going to understand why my channel is going to be taking a change of course. And I am wholly focusing on Cardano from here on, unless it's a compilation video that is just to bring in new viewers to Cardano. I'm going to cover some altcoin projects. They're going to be clickbaity. It's going to be good information in them, but I'm definitely going the clickbait route on all the other shit coins out there to try and pull people in to the real deal, which is Cardano. Midnight, I want to explain it all to you right now, but I don't want to ruin the video at 3. You've got to watch it. I'm telling you, watch it, bookmark it, share it. It's just one part. It's the beginning part of me, because ultimately what I did was I took Charles' whiteboard video, I recreated it so that you can actually see it clearly and understand everything. And I re-explained it in non-Charles speak in a way that you'll understand. And as I'm working on this, man, I just kind of had this epiphany. Again, it was the same kind of epiphany I had back when I first got into crypto. And when I realized what crypto was going to do to change the world back in 2017, and I was dead ass right about that, because my entire life has ultimately become about blockchain and crypto. And then I discovered Cardano, and I thought, you know, if crypto is going to be this project is going to be the one that really takes the cake. Like, this is going to be the one. And since then, we've seen all of these milestones and all of the development broken up cycle to cycle, era to era, all of that. And I'm telling you right now, never before have I believed more in Cardano than I do right now. And you're going to understand at 3:00. I'm going to leave it at that. So when I see analyst predicts 8,800% climb in Cardano, I don't even think this guy touches on any of this, but I think there may be a case for that. I'm telling you right now, I know that my perception has changed, but it's not even about midnight. I'll give you a hint. What I think is happening on Cardano and what they're building, it's not even about midnight. Midnight is an example of what anyone can do. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. Watch that video at 3:00. I'm telling you, you're not going to be the same. You're going to be here in droves waiting for the next Cardano news, because you're going to be so pumped. I'm pumped. I'm even getting rattled just talking about it and hitting about it. So anyway, I'm not going to read these entire articles, but if you look at this guy's chart and how he's got this all broken down, you know, that looks pretty. I'm going to show you. I didn't realize I didn't have it up, and I am going to touch on your comments here in a little while. Blow this up a little bit here. This is this gentleman's chart, and you can see how he's got everything lined out in a general uptrend, and he's got this peak happening, of course, around 2025, which is where I've been saying that this is going to happen anyway. And, you know, as crazy as this sounds at first glance, I think it actually could have some legs now. Given what Cardano is doing, look at it. I mean, and I'm going to get to it. Ethereum is now trying to restructure itself to be more like Cardano. Other blockchains are starting to restructure themselves to be like more like Cardano. And here's the thing. There's going to be a time in the not so distant future that all of these projects will not only be able to restructure themselves, but they're going to be able to do it on Cardano, but still be themselves. I'm telling you, you're gonna flip. You're gonna flip a gourd when all this stuff clicks with you the way it did for me today. Cardano is not here to participate. They're here to take over. And I absolutely, this sounds like a bunch of stupid hype, but I'm telling you, we're about to reach a new era of Cardano that I don't think anybody's anticipating. So Fiery explains that this is the trend that could drive the Cardano price towards the all-time high of $35. However, this is not happening as soon as the crypto analyst expects that the next market top for ADA during the bull market will happen sometime in 2025. But that's what I've been saying forever. Like that, you know, I've been calling a 2025 peak forever. And that's what I think is going to happen. Cardano price poised to rally 650% by July of 2024. That's not, I don't think that's going to be too challenging. And he gives a couple of examples and things to why he feels that way. He's got kind of a little more bearish concept and then a bullish concept. But ultimately, you know, the one that I think makes the most sense is he's basically saying it could reach up to $6.50 in 2024. And, you know, the way that the cookie's crumbling, I again think that this could absolutely be a possibility. I believe that this market cycle is going to be what separates Cardano from everything else. We already know that the price action has been separating from everything else. It does its own thing. And a lot of people have never really understood why. And I'm not saying that it's a direct correlation to the way they develop and the way they push out new updates and things like that. I'm not saying that, because the entire crypto market right now is really just based on pure speculation, okay? And that's it. And use case and milestones and development and all that other fun stuff, that all looks good and it kind of helps the long-term momentum for a project, but that's not what's judging everything right now. And I think that a 650 by July, I think that could absolutely be a possibility, especially if we were to see a parabolic run up into, you know, the double digits of Cardano in 2025. This all makes a lot of sense. I'm telling you, it really does. And it makes sense now that I understand midnight, what's being planned. I'm telling you, this is actually just not fluff anymore. A lot of times I would read articles like this and think this is bullshit. These guys are just trying to get clicks. They're just trying to get read. I don't believe that anymore, folks. I really don't. Charles Hoskinson reveals plans for Cardano to go full-blown decentralized. In a recent live stream, Charles Hoskinson, the founder of IOG, shed light on the final phase of Cardano's ADA roadmap, Voltaire, and the integration of a new sidechain named Midnight. Hoskinson's revelations on Cardano's next move towards decentralization hit at groundbreaking shifts for this layer one blockchain ecosystem. Notably, Cardano is advancing towards a fully decentralized governance structure as it enters Voltaire. Here's the thing. My 3 o'clock video today is going to explain this all in a way you're going to understand. And I'm telling you, I can't stress enough. You guys better start paying attention. I don't care if you're ADA haters. I don't care whatever you hold. I don't like, do you, boo? Okay, do you? But I'm telling you now, the foundation is being laid for Cardano to take over everything that's out there currently. And I'm telling you, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And the people that are trying to hate on Cardano or spread FUD or spread doubt and try to confuse other people about what's going on in the space in favor of the projects that they're holding bags for, they are going to get fucking wrecked. They are going to get wrecked. They're going to get some pumps and they're going to get some joy for a minute, but there's going to be a time when the sun shall rise, and it's going to rise to the demise of all the vampires that are out there trying to create havoc in the world. Let's summarize. Cardano is going full-blown decentralized with Voltaire. Uh-oh, I clicked it. Charles and IOG move all repos to intersect and proceed to build a partner chain, creating the path for others to follow. This is key. We, the community and pool operators, inherit Cardano and earn fees from all partner chains. This is key. How is this not the most bullish thing on blockchain to date? Are there enormous risks? Yes, of course, but winning requires risk taking. This all gets explained today at 3 o'clock, and you're going to understand it. And once you get it, you're never going to forget it. It's going to change the way you look at blockchain technology, and it's going to change the way you look at Cardano, as well as every other blockchain out there. And it's going to put things into context for you as to exactly why exactly why Ethereum is trying to basically copy. They're trying to copy Cardano now. And it's because they know that Ethereum's days are numbered at this point. Even this gentleman agrees. Former Ethereum advisor accuses the project of copying Cardano. Stephen Narioff holds a personal grudge against Ethereum, so they say. Technical differences exist between Plasma and Hydra scaling solutions. So let's take a deeper look into this and see what's going on. I'm going to expand this a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better, hopefully. Oh my gosh, the shit is getting thick with Ethereum. And man, have you noticed all of the big, terrible conspiracies associated with Cardano or Ethereum? Something called ETHgate and all this other stuff. I don't know what's happening over there, but it's not looking pretty. I think from this point on, if I see any altruistic natured individual running a blockchain project for the betterment of mankind, I might just scream and run. I don't know. Stephen Narioff, a former Ethereum advisor, swiftly criticized this proposal. Oh, wait, we got to go back. As the leading smart contract layer one's platform, Ethereum has achieved enormous success, though it continues to face security vulnerabilities and scaling limitations. In order to strengthen the network, Ethereum's developers regularly propose complex new technical improvements, such as Vitalik Buterin's recent post about off-chain plasma technology to boost scalability. Stephen Narioff, a former Ethereum advisor, swiftly criticized this proposal. He accused Buterin of copying rival blockchain Cardano, even labeling the decision to part ways with Charles Hoskinson during the project's early days as a major mistake. This just feels so good somehow, even though I don't hate Ethereum at all. I don't hate Ethereum, folks. I have it. I use it. In his latest tirade against Ethereum and its founders, Narioff alleged that the platform is merely copying Cardano's approach to scaling. According to Narioff, Buterin's major mistake was ditching Hoskinson, who later went on to build Cardano. The irony, as Narioff asserts, is that Ethereum has been emulating the very person they once dismissed. Oh. Doubling down on the statement, Narioff claimed that the crypto industry would have been better off if Hoskinson and Gavin Wood had remained at Ethereum, and it had instead been Buterin and Joseph Lubin who departed. Man, brutal. Obviously, this is the case. Cardano wannabe? Narioff is not alone in accusing Ethereum of replicating Cardano's technology. Cardano Yoda pointed out that Buterin's plasma proposal bears a resemblance to Cardano's Hydra scaling approach. Additionally, Cardano Yoda drew parallels between a prior paper authored by Buterin on liquid staking, which is a concept that Cardano implemented during the Shelley era in April of 2020. Anybody's eyes waking up yet? Or are we still going to keep going down this Ethereum Solana road and like hope for the best at the behest of all of the big whales and the manipulators out there trying to push people into it, trying to create these false narratives that we're going to go somewhere? This is what's happening, folks. And the thing of it is people talk about, they talk about all of these different narratives associated with Cardano, constantly trying to push it down. And it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. These people do not want Cardano to lead into the next era of blockchain tech. But here's the problem that these people are going to be facing. As Charles himself said in his whiteboard video, they've been planning all of this since the beginning. What you see with a lot of these blockchains that rose to fame, as first options for blockchain enthusiasts, such as Ethereum, where they throw this technology out there and then they focus on trying to patch its holes later, right? They focus on trying to, experiment, change over time, and all of that. What is Cardano not doing? Because they don't fucking have to. They're not throwing a bunch of shit to the wall, waiting to see what sticks, and then changing the flavor of whatever's left over, trying to make it relevant and maintain its relevance. All of the problems that we've seen with Ethereum for years now have not gone away. And every time we see a narrative associated with how these issues are going to go away because of this change or that change, You can put as many different shades of lipstick as you want on a pig. It doesn't make it not a pig. I'm sorry. That's how it goes. And I understand that so many people out there want to see, you know, the biggest bags rise up and continue doing really well. I would love that for you. But there has to be a time when you recognize superior technology for what it is and get out of your own bubble. And when you guys start to see everything that's planned for Cardano and you really start to understand it, here's the thing. I'm with you. I watched Charles' whiteboard video today, and I'm looking at, or last night, and I was watching the comments, and so many people they're like, we loved you, Charles, but I have no idea what you're saying, right? And this is why I started doing the video that I recorded last night that's going to come out at 3 o'clock. I'm basically taking what Charles is saying, I'm laying it out in a very clear way, and then explaining and using analogies to explain the technology being built in a more simplistic manner. That way everybody understands. The thing is Charles is so brilliant, and he's so smart, and he's so, you know, it would be like me trying to explain to a layman what jujitsu transitions are, or basically anything that I do on a regular basis, using that terminology to somebody that's never even heard of jujitsu before. Do a Kimura. Show me what a Kimura is. What is that? You know, it doesn't make any sense, right? And that is about the only problem that I see with Cardano, is that it's so high tech and it's so grand in its scope. And within this grand scope are so many of these different eras of development. And it's difficult. I feel like people understand the mission, they understand the grand scheme, but they don't understand how. And I think that's one of Charles's biggest, not faults, but it's where there's room for people to doubt. It's because they don't understand Charles. It's like if Einstein were sitting here explaining relativity to us, we don't know what the hell he's talking about. He could be talking about Swiss cheese in a new way. We don't know. And so that, I think, is going to become part of my mission moving forward, is to basically break down the things that Charles is sharing and trying to explain to people in a way that everybody gets it. Because once I broke it down myself and I just slowly paid attention to every word, and I redrew all of his charts and his graphs and his images, and I looked at it, I swear I had this epiphany where I'm like, this Cardano is like a country. Moreover, you'll understand at 3 o'clock today how it's more like a new planet. And I'm not saying anything more. I want you guys to all watch the video. I'm telling you, I'm so amped up right now. I'm live and I have a video coming out at 3. When was the last time I've done that? This has just changed my entire outlook on Cardano and the rest of the crypto market. And it's such a big deal. And I can't stress enough how badly I really want. Here's the thing. I don't care if you're a Solana holder, an ETH holder, a Dogecoin holder, or whatever. Have your fun. Do you, like I said. But I don't want anybody to miss out on what's happening on Cardano because they don't understand the technology, or because they watch somebody on Twitter spout some bullshit because they didn't understand it and because they're too dumb to understand it. It's like a high school bully. Like, I don't understand this technology. I don't understand feelings. So I'm going to project my angry feelings towards you and I'm going to bully you. That's what I'm seeing with Solana holders, ETH holders, anybody that is a proponent of another project. And we don't have to be that way. What we need to do is better educate ourselves so that we don't feel like we have to project and we don't have to gaslight everyone else. And, oh, I don't understand it. I'm not smart enough to get it. So I'm just going to shit on everything else that's not what I do understand. And that is what I'm realizing is happening all over the place. And it's just like so many people are going to miss out on this Cardano bus because they either don't understand it or they're trying to listen to somebody that doesn't understand it and they have something else to say and it's steering them in what I believe to be a wrong direction. And that's where I'm at. I'm telling you, I'm 100% Cardano through and through from this point forward, whether you like it or not. There just is nothing else for me. There's nothing else. And you're going to understand at 3 o'clock today. Going over the staking assets, 65.66% of ADA is delegated to nodes. Let's take a quick look. I think mine took a little bit of a dip. Yeah, mine is down. So my node is down. Let me refresh this to make sure it's accurate. It's at 38.9 million at live stake. So not bad, not terrible. Yeah, 39.2 million active stake. So we had a 100,000 or so ADA that was put on the node and then pulled off. So people are bouncing around. That's okay. But this is also news on my fight. It has been officially announced. I didn't realize that it was never officially announced, or that I wasn't really supposed to say anything. But this is my fight coming up in February in the Dominican Republic. I am fighting Moon Daddy, 6'4", 250, I think 255 pounds. By the time we've met, we're cordial, we're friends, but I'm still going to kick his head off. And that's really all it boils down to. He's going to come at me with his physically fit way. I mean, he was 340 pounds when he played for the NFL, and he's lost so much weight, but he hasn't lost any of that muscle. When you're 340 pounds, and you're not a bodybuilder that's cutting carbs and counting calories and eating broccoli every day, you got a lot of fat to cut. He cut all the fat and kept everything else. So I'm going to have to try and kick through this guy and hope I come out victorious in the Dominican Republic. We're definitely not going after trying to hurt each other at all, but he's a hell of a nice guy. I'm a hell of a nice guy. I think I might have a little bit more of a self-defense mean streak where, like, if I get hurt at all, if I feel anything, I'm the gloves come off, and I'm just too old to take any kind of risk. So, but I think we're going to have a really good time. I don't think this is going to be a murder fest or anything crazy. I think we're going to have a good fun time, and it is an exhibition, so nobody's trying to get hurt, but got to hype this up a little bit. I mean, people need to know we've got two giants that are going to meet in the pit at Karate Combat in the Dominican Republic. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be entertaining one way or another, and people are going to see a side of me that you probably have never seen before. And Moon Daddy as well. I know he's coming. He's coming correct. He's training. I just had a root canal yesterday, so I'm just getting ready to actively start training. And as a matter of fact, as I'm shooting this, one of my trainers is like, "Come on, champ, we got to go. We're going to go." And I'm like, "Oh my God, all right, it's already starting." So listen, folks, I really appreciate that you're here. There's almost 350 of you live here. And I know that typically if I go live, the longer I'm live, the more people come on. I used to go live for an hour, 2 hours, sometimes late at night. I haven't done that in years. There might be days like that coming again, because I'm telling you, I am so re-inspired by Cardano now that it's really clicked with me. And all I really want to do is just share that understanding with all of you so that you guys can go out, spread the gospel of the Church of Cardano. And also, I will say I've got some proposals that are going to be up on Project Catalyst for Soblox. I think we're going to do one for Soblox this round. I'm not sure if we're going to do the others yet, because I have this game in development. We've got some high-end people that are joining the team. There's a lot going on, but I need some funds. I need some help for Soblox to get this thing to the next level. And so I think we're going to submit a proposal, and it's time. I've been paying out of pocket for over a year, all of the servers and the developer. I've got a full stack high-end developer that's been building all of this. I've been paying all out of pocket, and I want to see this thing get to the next level with all of the key systems in place. I want this to be kind of a censorship-proof social media platform. And I want the public to be able to vote on what gets minted to the blockchain forever, what constitutes a high quality post or article or feed or something. And there's a lot more to it even than that. And so I want to get Cardano directly involved through Project Catalyst. Hopefully you guys will support that project when I announce it. I mean, I think it's going to go up today or tomorrow, so look for it. I think the title is going to be like Crypto Crows, Soblox.com social media platform. I mean, you're not going to be able to miss it if you're looking for it, but I would appreciate your support on that, because you know what, this treasury comes around every so often. Why shouldn't I benefit? I got to get this project built, and I'd love to be able to do it without just draining my own account. So if you guys care about that, I'd appreciate your support. Until next time, guys, thanks for joining me. I'm going to have to read these comments because my phone's been blowing up. I'm going to read these comments, and maybe I'll address some of them in the next live stream. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll talk to you soon.